Welcome to another episode of the Other Guys Podcasts. I'm Special K.
This is Dimes again.
And I'm Moves. Hello.
Okay, so we're here for you guys, and we're going to be talking about some interesting topics. Before we do that, we want to kind of run down some things that have been coming that people have been talking about. Do you guys have anything that...
Well, I think what we're talking about is any kind of rebuttals or adding any kind of information to previous recordings that maybe have, some listeners have let us know that they're like, what about this? How come we didn't mention this? Some feedback that came in, right?
So what's some feedback?
So, one thing that I got from a couple of sources, from the best time period episode was everybody was wondering about why you were really stuck on the toilet, but
because it's valid,
sure.
It's valid.
The time period of you settling into the 60s and the fact that the 70s might be more for you because there were still pretty great cars in the 70s, and the girls, it was pretty good times. Like, there was a lot of shit going on.
I'm just not a big fan of disco, for one.
What about the fact, do you like to watch TV? Because this was another thing that came up. The further back you go,
the shittier TV.
The shittier TVs you have and less channels, less programming, things like that. Things that, you want to kick back. What are you going to do? I guess you could go work on your car in the 60s, but I'm just saying that was some feedback.
Okay, well,
maybe the 70s.
To clarify, you know what though? To clarify though, I'd probably, if I had to narrow it down, I'd be more of a fan of the year 1969. Reason why? That's the greatest Mustang model ever made in that year, the 1969 Fastback, and music. There were some hits in '69 that were a really good thing, and also my favorite sex position. So,
oh God.
That's why 69. So yeah, okay, you know what? No. But okay, okay. 70s. Listen, at the end of the day, it came down to my needs, right? And my needs were I needed nice cars, I needed good food, I needed to be able to be a little bit promiscuous. Toilets.
I hear you.
Those are what our needs.
Back with that was the women. And I don't know, I wasn't in the 60s, but the maintenance going on might not have been what you're accustomed to.
Oh, Bush.
Well, just things. So maybe the 70s.
Oh, no, the 70s, no, because that's when the hippies came, and that's when they had...
Hippies were in the 60s, man. Woodstock.
Oh, yeah.
So anyways, that's the rebuttal. For that.
Fair enough.
That's a rebuttal for that.
I'll have to rethink my time periods. I think you guys narrowed it down to 90s, 2000s. I might be willing to jump up to you guys, but there's some things I need to consider.
Because I was thinking 70s too. Man, 90s. I'm probably in the 90s after all of it. When I'm fucking rules and shit.
Yeah.
But maybe the 70s because of everything going on and just I don't know. Who knows?
Fair enough.
The other rebuttal. Do you have a rebuttal?
No. Okay. So I've been trying to pitch this podcast to some of the ladies in our lives.
Is this a rebuttal?
Oh yeah. This is the rebuttal is that we're coming off a little bit misogyn. I've been hearing words like misogynistic, very very.
I disagree.
They don't have to listen.
At some points, it's not that. It's me and Special K.
Yeah.
We pretty much torpedoed a guy for his beliefs in the first recording for his dating decision.
Yeah.
And so we torpedoed that guy. And so I don't know. That's kind of defending a woman there, and
Okay, basically, and listen, I'm not saying we change from here because I personally enjoy I enjoy where things are. So basically, the content's a little rougher for some of their ears.
There's a lot rougher words out there. We haven't used them, so
yeah.
I disagree.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just again. This is the feedback I'll be
And
getting.
listen, who's complaining? Like if it's a, there's plenty of podcasts out there by women that are torpedoing guys left, right, and center, and I get it. I'm cool with it. I'm like, yeah, all right, that shit's going on. These people, they're making fun of me and other guys or whatever, and maybe I've acted like that or done things that they disagree with, and that's cool. I get that. But I take it like, hey, they're just they're doing a thing, and they're having fun doing it, and people want to hear it, and maybe it's entertaining or maybe it's not entertaining, but either way, maybe it brings some dialogue out. I think maybe people that have a problem with what we're talking about are people that, or maybe the people we're talking about in a slight way. You know what I mean? Like maybe they're feeling a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe they're like, well, I disagree. Because that's not what I was thinking when I monkey branched. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I don't think necessarily it's our content or what we're saying or how we're saying it. I think it's what they've got going on in their fucking brains. And maybe they need to get their fucking head examined. That's what I think.
Fair enough. At the end of the day, my thing is, you know what? If you don't like horror movies, but you go into a horror movie and watch it, shame on you.
Well, no, I mean, you're going to want to hear what we have to say. It's just,
yeah.
Like, we're going to talk about
what
other things that you haven't done.
Yeah.
But if you've done something that we've already touched on, okay.
Sometimes the truth is hard to swallow.
Exactly.
So, the other, okay, I have another rebuttal.
Okay.
If, now that that's out of the way.
Yeah.
For that, what is that? Like an after-school special announcement or something. The other rebuttal quickly was we're going to go back to the Monkey Branch recording to say that Special K, a few people are curious to say that, okay, you said that a girl could be with 99 guys, and you'd step in as Mr. 100 because maybe you're the right guy. Like maybe you could make it work. Maybe you two are the ones.
No. Okay, what I'm saying is that a girl's number doesn't necessarily dictate how I'm going to end up with her.
No, right. But the way that we got to that was that Dimes doesn't want to be involved in that because he feels that he's going to be the next fucking notch on the belt, if you will, for that person, and because of past experience, what's going to make him any different, right? So he doesn't want a piece of it.
Don't you think like people who, let's say you're Mr. 100, those girls or guys, you give them a chance, but don't you think they're kind of stuck in their ways? I kind of feel that way.
And they possibly could be. At the end of the day, history does tend to repeat itself. My thing is, though, is that, yes, the chances are I could be 100, and you know what? She's probably going to go on to 101, right? The chances are very high, and I realize, and I'm not oblivious to that. My thing is that even if that is a possibility, even if there's a chance that, you know what, maybe she actually will stick around for Mr. 100, I'm not going to shut it down because I'm going to take a shot. Why not? It's not going to be wasting my time.
Now, okay. Now this is where the rebuttal comes in.
Okay.
Is that people believe that you're now it would have to be a very attractive girl for you to do this. You wouldn't want to be Mr. Anything or like if it was a 5, 7, you'd probably be like, eh.
Well,
but now we're talking about what you would get involved with.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like what kind of a girl or woman would it have to be for you to take on that kind of a
she would have
back-end
to,
load? You know what I mean? Like with the risk involved. And does it matter?
No.
Because
Okay.
people are thinking that it's going to only be somebody that's good looking.
Here's the thing. At the end of the day, obviously, everybody wants to be with somebody attractive. Somebody they find like for guys. On the guys, we want to be with somebody that we're visual creatures, so we're gonna naturally go pick the ones that are attractive to us, right? So yes, I would definitely want this lady to be attractive.
But with that's the only reason you would want to be 100.
No. what I'm
That's
saying
what the
is
rebuttal is that you
No.
wouldn't want any, like,
Okay.
you know, the only reason you want
Yes.
to be part of that is because they're hot. It has nothing to do about who they are, their history, whatever. It could be 10 guys, it could be 100 guys. You just want in. If they weren't top level,
Mhm.
you'd be like, no. I don't
Even
want
if they were top
I'm
level,
not even talking like, you know, that bad.
Yeah.
You know, just you'd be like, I don't know.
The higher the level, the more problems you're probably going to run into, and I'm willing to accept those problems.
you're willing to accept
okay.
problems. What's wrong with you, man? Dude,
No.
I will not accept those problems. I'll tell you that right now.
Listen, more money, more problems, more better looks, more problems. All I'm saying is I'm willing to accept. Look. Okay, look. At the end of the day, the more attractive a woman is, and this is reality. This isn't
Yeah, but-
fairy tales I'm giving
Yeah,
you.
okay.
The more attractive she is, the more chances she's gonna have a bigger number, history,
Yeah, but
dating history.
they're also that's
relationship-
Well, I've already disagreed with that, but okay, I disagreed in that episode.
listen. There are attractive girls who aren't like that, so you can't just like
Oh,
limit
no,
it.
no,
Yeah,
and I'm willing to give
But-
both a shot.
but ugly or like really attractive or really sexy, or really hot.
yeah.
Either way, I'm not
Okay.
being Mr. 100. Like I'm just not. That's
Okay.
just my
Fair
philosophy.
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And I'm not. The rebuttal wasn't to rehash the episode.
Yeah.
It was just to say
Yeah.
that.
So people are wondering if I would give a 5 a shot if she was if I was Mr. 100 versus would I give a
if
shot?
if you made a connection or you know
Yeah.
whatever, you know, developed a dialogue with somebody you know on your scale that's a little lower.
Yeah.
And then you found out like, whoa, serial dater, serial whatever,
Yeah.
you know, massive, you know, numbers. You wouldn't that would probably seal, you know, the fate of that person. Like, nope,
Okay.
not gonna pursue this because this is no. But if they were beautiful,
Yeah.
you wouldn't care. Like, it
Yeah, I
wouldn't
think
even
Special
matter.
K is willing
Here's
to
a-
look the other way
okay,
if they're
here's
beautiful.
a- here's a-
Whereas in
Yeah.
Dimes, as you have said, you're gonna now from experience.
Yeah.
You know, if that information, if you know, is out there or you're aware of it, you would probably want to avoid that situation.
That's my
right?
stance. Yeah, that's my stance.
You
Okay.
don't want to get hit by the Mack truck because you know what the damage is.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. When it comes to Special K's ladies and my thing, at the end of the day, your attraction level is going to get me through that door, right? Like if you're attractive and like I'm not I don't hold you to a high. You don't have to be a supermodel. You just got to be able to fit in my like. At the end of the day, if I'm attracted to you, I'm gonna come towards you, or you're gonna be an option to me, right? But what keeps me around is your personality, like who you are as a person. And at the end of the day, if you're bringing attraction and if you're bringing personality to the table, I don't care about your numbers, right? Obviously, I take into consideration in terms of like, is this gonna work or not? But
I don't know. I'm
You know.
calling-
I'm against this, but
I'm calling bullshit because if they're
Yeah.
hot and
Yeah.
crazy,
okay,
like fucking nuts,
That will get-
like
I'll still-
batshit
I'll-
crazy, slash your tires crazy.
well, you don't know off that at the beginning from just
well,
you know.
maybe it develops,
Yeah.
but
That,
like
then
you're saying, but
then
if
we
you had that
eject.
knowledge up
then,
front,
then we
I
eject.
think you'd still get involved.
So if I knew off the well, so
Because
basically, if
you've
you're,
said off, you know, the record that you're willing to take on a bit of crazy,
I'm
and I've been there.
Yeah, and you don't. I
that's
know.
Not
Cautionary
for
tale.
me.
Okay.
You know?
I don't think it's for anyone, bro.
okay, because no,
Fuck.
I've dealt with messed up. I've dealt with issues, right? And crazy and the fucking drama and all that shit. I've dealt with that. I get that part, but I still like the excitement they bring. At the end of the day, I'll take an exciting girl who makes my life crazy versus a girl that like I'm like eh.
Special K, I disagree. I will not take a crazy girl, and I have enough
I'm
problems.
giving her
I
a
don't
shot.
need another one.
See, that's the thing, man. You know what?
All right.
Problems,
Right. So, on that note, because that's kind of deviating from where we were at, I just said that. But I think you should lead us into what we're gonna talk about today, which is, from outside of this room,
Yes.
And outside of talking to you guys, like separately, with multiple people in different venues around that I've been, the subject for years has always come up.
Yep.
And I'm sure you guys have, your own, backstories on this. So go take it over
So,
and lead us in.
Basically, it's a topic that affects men and women every day since the beginning of time. And the question is, can guys and girls be friends with each other?
Dun dun dun.
What do you, moves?
Well, I
Moves.
know that.
What is your stance on that?
Well, I know that a lot of people. This is a hot topic,
Oh,
right? Like
it
this
is
is a hot
definitely
button
hot.
topic, and like I've seen this conversation just come up in a casual way between a few individuals, and having it turn into like a barn burning argument of multiple people getting drawn in, and let's ask this person and that person, and then sides are drawn. Like it just gets messy.
Everybody has a different experience to it.
And
yeah.
everybody has a different experience with it. And the majority that I've witnessed, and maybe it has to do with my age range or my close friends, but even it's outside of them, is that it's a no, where it's very, very complicated to have like guys and girls can't be friends. But I believe that like my thing is that
Yes.
there's loopholes, and
Okay.
there are circumstances where it can work.
Okay.
That's coming from my side, right?
But generally speaking, okay, so just to clarify, I mean, how many legitimate, if you can just a rough number of friends that you have that are women that you could actually say, you know what, she is actually a friend, a buddy, a pal, one of the guys,
Like just friends.
just friends, nothing,
I don't know, like half a dozen.
Okay.
But I would say that, I've got lifelong girlfriends that I grew up with that, I've known for my whole life.
Okay.
That, I would say would be half a dozen.
Okay.
Or maybe more that I would say, like, we're friends, like,
Okay.
from high school or whatever. But they're more like acquaintances now. Like, we're
Yes,
friends.
I was
but,
gonna
like,
say that,
I
yeah.
don't see them all
Okay.
the time. And, like, I'd be like, hey, if I saw them out, we're friends. And, like,
Yeah.
I'm not obviously, when I was pursuing women, like, I would, I probably wouldn't, because I'm like, oh yeah, we're cool, like, whatever. But, but at the same time, there's girls that I grew up with that, in the relationship being friends back in the day, yeah, we made out, or maybe something else happened. And like every group of friends has people dating each other. So, I mean, how is that possible, right?
Well,
like, it's still happening.
I think with the moment that happens, that friendship becomes something else. Because at the end, before
yeah.
we get into anything, let's define friendship. A friendship is a platonic relationship between two people when you just enjoy the company of that person. Nothing else. No sexual
But you
attraction.
can't, like, I don't think you can really be, my personal opinion, I
Yeah.
don't think you can really be friends with girls. I think it will develop, it has the potential, a high potential to develop into something more than that, sexual or romantic.
So you're saying that you can start off as friends, but the chances are you're probably going to want to...
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think that's the case in majority of situations.
Okay. So what about you, Dimes? In terms of how many female friends do you legitimately have that you could say, she's my pal, she's my buddy?
None. I don't hang out with any chicks.
You-
Like, I've got maybe like 3 or 4 right now acquaintances, like
Acquaintances.
Move said.
Yeah.
Talk to them here and there.
But no actual
No.
ladies that you can
No, like I don't go to the bar with chicks like every weekend like I do with my boys because I can't be friends with them. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion.
But, like, is that by choice or is that just because of the luck of the draw?
I think it's more by choice because if I'm talking to a chick, it's most of the time
But-
because I want to take it somewhere.
Yeah, right. But so here's the thing. So, okay, well, hang on. So,
Completely no female friend. Like a friend.
Acquaintances, no.
No, there's I get acquaintances.
yeah, I was gonna say,
But I'm like
so there's
saying-
no just somebody from
No,
Okay.
no.
So basically,
Alright.
all the females in your life, you have a bit of there's an attraction. You want to, like, you see them as romantic possibilities.
Pretty much.
Hmm.
I don't really hang out with chicks to hang out with them, to be honest. Just being honest.
And what about you, there, Special K?
I have, I want to say a handful, at least a handful that, like, and these girls are legitimately they're attractive. They're in relationships or single or whatever. But like, and they're ladies, and like I hang out with them, and I have legitimate.
But is it a
legitimate
solid
friends.
solid friendship? Like you're hanging out with them all the time?
Okay,
like on
yeah, I can
yeah?
I can hang out from time to time.
But
and,
time to time or all the time? Like
Well,
what do you mean?
Just I consider her like one of the guys or one of the like basically it's like, listen, if I want to go to grab food, I'll go check with my boys. If none of my boys want to go, I'm willing to go with her because she's
I
one of those.
I don't do that.
She's one of those, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why is because at the end of the day, I think this is the main difference between if she can be a friend or not is that, yes, I do acknowledge that she is a beautiful person or a beautiful lady, but my personal view on her is that I don't have any attraction triggers on her. Like I you know what I'm saying? Like I can admit that she's a beautiful woman, but I just don't have an attraction trigger to it. There's nothing. There's no click moment. Look.
I don't know, man. I think that I hear you when you have that. I think that that's great, and I think that that people have that. There's guys and girls that have that kind of friendship, relationship, whatever you want to call it.
Friends.
Now,
Yeah.
You're gonna get the but.
But okay, let's hear.
But
this
I think
but.
it's more complicated than that. And
Of
I
course,
think
of course it is.
I
Yeah.
think there's levels and layers to every relationship, and I think that a lot of friendships, like my own personal experience with them, is that if they develop when you're young, nobody knows what the fuck they're doing.
Okay.
And yeah, maybe you date somebody, maybe you don't, maybe you make out with somebody, maybe you don't, and if you can get through, I think longevity has something to do with it too. Like, I've got friends for a really long time that we've never messed around or anything. And maybe, when I was younger, I would have, or maybe they would have. But, one of us was always throwing up the red light. And I think that's what it comes down to is the red light. Who has the power in the friend or in the relationship, friendship, whatever. It's always that case, right? And I think that a lot of the time, depending on who it is, if you're a guy and you're friends with a good-looking girl and, whatever, I think that the only reason a lot of the times, and people don't like to admit this or acknowledge this, especially girls or women, is that if the girl or the woman were to say, okay, let's do something, that guy, okay. Like, why not?
Yeah, he's down. Yeah,
he's down. Like, he's not going to say no. Like, oh yeah, well, it could ruin the friendship. Like, how many guys that are thinking that way?
No,
so, especially if you're young.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think that it's construed in a weird way where a lot of people are like, guys don't want to admit it because they don't want to be like, well, I don't, because then you're an asshole saying like, well, yeah, I bang all my girlfriends, but then the girls don't want to believe that these friends of theirs would look at them like that. But then it's like, well, okay, if you're a girl and you're pretty and you fucking go to a pool party with this person, are they checking you out? Probably.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
yeah, I
mean?
agree,
So-
100%.
And you wouldn't be like everybody's checking everybody out, but I think I think that's a big thing. And I know I've had conversations with girls, women, and they get angry.
Yeah.
Like they get real pissed off when that happens, and then they start going, well, okay, so this guy just wants this and that. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying. But maybe they do.
Okay, but how often is that though? I think very often.
High percentage.
High percentage. Yeah, there you go. But they just don't want to accept it.
Well, wouldn't it be? Well, yeah, it's like, fuck, like they hang out with somebody all the time or every now and then, and like they don't want to think like, like, well, fuck, yeah, we're walking through the mall, but if I said, hey, you want to just get in the back of your car?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. So at the end of the day, this whole friendship thing, it comes down into the basic of, is this person attractive to me or not? Like, okay, I'm gonna post this question to you guys. Do you think you could be friends with an attractive lady, or what I'm saying is, is it easier to be a friend towards a very attractive lady, or a lady that's not really that attractive? Great personality, and like you can actually have friends with her. Like, which one of those two people do you think it will be easier to be friends with?
I'd want to be friends with the attractive one, but in reality, I'd probably be friends with the non-attract, like the, less attractive one, because it's easier to be friends with. Do you get what I'm saying?
I don't think.
Does that
there's-
make sense?
Like, I don't. Yeah, no, I understand, but I've had both, and like, I don't think appearance, maybe, like, especially if you're a friend of this person, like, you get to know them, so like maybe like maybe somebody who's attractive is like, you're like, oh my god, I fucking like this person's like an idiot, like, I'm always fucking bailing them out and fucking hearing weird stories that they're up to, and like the guys they date are idiots, and like just a mess, whereas the other one is great, so mentally you start with a connection, all of a sudden you got feelings, somebody's catching some feelings, and then there you go. You got that whole fucking problem. And, but I think that a lot of people will say guys and girls can be friends. They're going to say they can, and I don't know if anybody will admit it. And like when girls look, a few people I know have looked, hard and deep into it, and they're like, fuck, maybe you're right.
Like, I've spoken to both guys and girls.
Okay.
Guys are usually like, no, we can't be friends, and it's the girls who are like, yeah, we can be friends.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, I'll admit, because
They don't want to believe it.
I know some girls who tend to have more like guy friends, right? And then I've questioned them. I'm like, of all those guy friends, have any of them ever expressed any interest towards you? And some, she would say like, yeah, but I shut it down. When
exactly.
I hear
shut it
that,
down.
when I hear that, you know what I hear? That guy is in the friend zone, but more importantly, that guy is attracted to her.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she is shutting it down. So the question is that a legitimate friendship at that point? Because this guy's now basically like playing the waiting game.
Yeah, it's still a legitimate
Or
friendship.
he has a yearning, right? At least, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, I mean, they can still have a friendship, but that goes back to the whole green light, red light, stop and go. Like, if that's the case, like if she was to say like, hey, you want to do this? Like, yeah, of course he's going to do it.
Yeah.
It's just, in those conversations, though, how many times, and we've been together for a couple of them, where, they're adamant, no, there's no interest or whatever.
On their part.
On their part.
Yeah.
But then there is on the other part, and I think that you can have a friendship, but I think it's complicated. I think it's multi-layered. I can maintain some, right, because of my, lifestyle now, and, I'm older. Like, I'm not chasing people around. Like, I'm
different,
not, like, holding on, like, I'm not holding the torch for anybody, stuff like that. But how many guys, in fucking high school or college or whatever, were friends with a girl, and, like, by happenstance, they become friends, and then all of a sudden, one of them, normal, like from my experience and knowing people, it's the guy that has a thing for the girl, and the girl is oblivious to it, and then maybe down the road, the guy mentions it and gets shut down.
Okay.
And it's like, okay,
and that's what I think. I think when it comes to the initial friendship, I think those can legitimately be real. Like, you meet a girl, you guys are talking. Maybe you're not in, let's say maybe you have a different interest or whatever, but you're looking at her as just a platonic friend. Maybe some of the guys will be like, yeah, she's just like a sister, whatever. I've heard that line from guys before too. Anyways, they look at this girl, but all of a sudden, she's maybe she gets a little bit more mature, starts going out, starts doing the makeup thing, or starts dressing whatever, starts thing, and all of a sudden, wow, she's actually attractive. But she's also a friend. Huh. Maybe I should,
that could be part of it.
I should maybe take a go at that. When that happens, that friendship is null and void. That friendship is gone.
It might hit a rocky period. Like, it depends. Like, maybe, like, if they
But
hook
that's what
up, then maybe, I don't know.
But that's what I was saying in the beginning. If you're friends with a female or opposite sex or whatever,
Okay.
there's always that potential where it can develop into something more.
There's definitely a high potential of that happening, yes. But the question,
Well, of
yeah.
course, because like I mean, I think that's why a lot of friends end up dating each other is because you're friends. So obviously, you like-minded or whatever, you get along, so you like
Yeah.
the other person, right? Otherwise, the fuck are you hanging out with them for?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I think that you can just be doing that, and then all
Yeah,
of a
but-
sudden you can, all of a sudden it's like, well, shit, like.
Yeah,
How
but
come we're not dating? Like, how come we're not together? Like, we're fucking both out there with these morons meeting idiots and, breaking up
Well-
and, weird shit's happening. But at the end of the day, these two people keep hanging out. So maybe, yeah, like it's like a logical step, right? And so, like, even in my mind, I would say that that's a logical step for two people to be like to actually recognize what they have in front of them and possibly make a go of a relationship with each other. But more often than not, I see people and it doesn't happen and one person's not interested. And then it's like, okay, well, they stay friends. But yeah, like the friendship is obviously going to be different for a while. I think it takes a long time for that to go back to just a normal friendship where maybe the guy's like, okay, well, you know what? No.
But what if like you have a chick, she's your girl, she's in a relationship. What if she's like, oh,
Well,
he's
of
just a
course, you
friend.
said-
Oh, he's just a friend, but she's in a relationship, but she's friends with other guys. She's saying,
Well, yeah, that's the other question, right? I think that. What do you think?
Yeah.
You asked the question. What do you think? What's your opinion?
well, my opinion is I don't think it's possible because, like I said, like they do it. Some girls do it, right? Like they're in a relationship with a guy, but then they have guy friends,
most
right?
have guy friends,
But
one
I
or
think-
two at least.
Yeah, yeah.
I think,
from
like I
whatever-
said-
however they are there, yeah.
Yeah, I think like I said, it could develop into something else. You know what I mean? Maybe they're planting seeds. You know what I mean?
Monkey branch.
Yeah, monkey. There you go. So when they're in,
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like
But-
when
yeah.
Yeah.
when they're in a relationship,
Well, I see what you're saying. So you're tying it into a monkey branch situation.
can they be friends
But
with guys?
what do you-
I don't know. I don't think so, man. I think
So,
that's trouble. I think that's trouble.
Okay, Dimes, I have a question for you. Dimes, I have a question for you. The question is, if you had an attractive girlfriend, would you allow her to hang out with guy friends?
Okay, well,
Manager
it's not- I
woman.
can't-
No.
What do you want me to chain her to the house? You want
Yeah,
me
I
to
know,
chain
I
her
don't
down?
think,
Like,
No,
I don't
but-
think he has like. I don't think anybody has that choice.
No,
Like,
but
she's gonna do whatever she wants
okay,
to do.
yeah,
I'll-
exactly.
I'll paint a scenario.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. I can't control an individual,
Oh,
but
of course.
I won't be cool with that. I'll tell you right now, because as a guy,
Maybe in the 50s.
Martha. But no, okay. But
we know where those guys, majority of those guys, their heads are at, right? Like, do they want to be just friends? No,
I think
probably
there's,
not.
I think there's a difference, but I think that I agree.
there's factors.
Yeah, and I think I agree with Dimes for the most part, but I think that like you got to look at the history there. So like I mean, if you had a girlfriend and she was like, "Oh yeah, this is my friend, Steve," or whatever, who the fuck cares what the name is? But this is a guy, and it's like, okay, well, hopefully you know, like because obviously maybe you're not comfortable with it. But if it's like one of those scenarios where you're gonna feel uncomfortable, or you're not gonna feel uncomfortable with it, and you're gonna kind of know if it's somebody they've known for a really long time. The only real thing anybody's gonna care about is did you date them, did you
Yeah.
fuck around with them, like because
Is he
then
next?
like that could throw like a little bit of a
Oh.
curveball at you.
And what if they did? How would you feel about that?
Well, I mean, if the guy's fucking in a long-term relationship with somebody else, and she's solid with you, I think and if it was like, oh well, they dated or screwed around in high school or in university, and you're 30, and it's like 7 years, 8 years later, like, yeah, okay, I guess like at that point you can't really be like, well, what the fuck, like.
Yeah.
Because you weren't around, right? Like, so
Yeah.
they maintain this weird relationship. As long as that's what it was. If it's like hookups and shit going on for like 5 years after that, or hopefully they're counting them, but
Hopefully.
then okay, I could see that being a problem.
Okay, so Dimes, I want to know on your end in terms of, let's say you're going on a date with a girl, or you're beginning the dating phase of a relationship, and then you start to notice that she has a lot of guy friends. Will that ultimately affect your decision to be with this girl or not?
She could be a tomboy. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying a tomboy. I'm just saying like, oh, where I grew up in the town I grew up, we had a lot of guys, and I played with them, and I had more. And or like they'll drop the line. Oh, I find guys less drama. So I just like hanging with guys more.
Yeah, I've heard that from chicks before.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
never cool with that though, man.
So,
but it also depends. Like, it has to be the vibe I'm getting. If there's like,
What
sometimes
do
I
you
have a
mean?
gut feeling,
Okay.
and then I'll look into it. Right? Like, remember there was a prior situation
Okay.
that I mentioned in a previous episode.
Yeah.
And I had a gut feeling, so I started asking about
And
the
it
guy,
turned out that-
and it
yeah,
turned
there
out
was
that she
something
was
going on.
doing. Yeah.
I remember.
So if there's a gut feeling, yeah,
So
you
your gut feeling will, but if she comes off the bat and just says, yeah, well, I have this guy, I have this guy, I have this guy. Oh, that one I kind of made out with once. Oh, that guy, I have this guy, and she just kind of goes on a list of like, yeah, I have a lot of guy friends. Does that?
I don't know. That seems, the way you're describing it, kind of seems like a red flags to me.
Well,
She's
I
like
mean-
making out with all these guys. Is that what you're saying?
not
just one
necessarily,
guy. She
like-
just said one. But
Like, I'll say this.
all of a
like-
sudden, you're hearing, yeah.
Like, yeah, like, I mean, I get what you're saying, but, like, I mean, if you, like, growing up, like, I would say, like, there was a group, like, my guys, and then there was, like, my girls, like, we all hung out. Yeah, I mean, like, there was some intermingling with the group, right? And then eventually it settled, and then, like, the guys and the girls dated people from outside of our friend group. And I guess, like, those guys might be having to deal with this situation where they're like, wait, hang out. You have, like, 7 close guy friends? Like, and it's like, you've known them for a really long time. And, it's like, yeah. And I really doubt they were informing this guy, like, oh, well, I made out with him and I made out with him. But that was, like, 4 years ago. That was, like, 4 years ago, and we're just friends. But stuff like that goes on, right? So I think that you got to,
Yeah,
there's
it
things
also
that
depends.
you're
Like,
not going to
yeah.
be able to.
If they're lifelong friends, okay, understandable. It depends. There are variables. There are variables you got to like look at, I guess.
But like, it's rare that you're gonna find like like Special K is saying, like, the lone girl with like a group of guy friends that she hasn't dated one of them.
Yeah.
Like,
You
I
know
just think
what,
it's
though?
very hard to believe.
You know what,
that
though?
they're not dating in that pool
Yeah.
at least once.
That being
So,
said,
I mean,
it might, and this is just from like some of the stories I've heard, and also some of the experiences as well on my end, is that if a girl has a lot of guy friends, and the fact that she's not banging them means that she's mentally blocked those guys out. But the one thing I've noticed is that if a girl has a lot of, like, she's just surrounded by a lot of girls, if those girls don't approve of you, your chances of being with that chick are going to be.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I get
see,
what you're saying.
if let's say the girl
they'll block
you
you,
know,
out.
they'll block they'll block you. But like, let's say the girl had a lot of guy friends and they didn't approve, she'd be like, oh yeah, because you want to get in my like basically.
Okay, I see how
what
you're
I'm
saying how it
what
could
I'm
work
saying
in
is
your
that
favor, yeah.
what I'm saying is that yes, I guess you can be like, oh yeah, I'll worry if she has a lot of guy friends, but I think there's also positives if she does.
There are
have a lot of
positives
guy
when you
guy
spin it
friends.
like that. Yeah, there are.
You know.
You know what I mean?
So like for you, a lot of guy friends no go or what's your final verdict on that?
For the most part, no go for me.
No go for you.
Yeah, for the most part.
Well,
yeah.
that's just guy
It's just-
friends, like a lot of guy friends, but you don't know. Like, that's
yeah,
the thing.
I
Like,
won't know.
I think for a lot of people, the worry, like, it goes into the monkey branching thing, where in a little bit, where it's like, if they're new, like if it's a new guy friend, or if it's like an old guy friend that they kind of knew in university or high school, that whatever, they kind of saw him around, and then now it's like oh, Facebook message or a text message like, hey, what's up? You want to go do something? Why don't we hang out? And it's like, do you really think this guy is just because you haven't talked to him in a year or 2 years? This is what he just wants to catch up. Like, come on. Like, I don't think so. Like, I think that those things don't necessarily happen. Like, maybe you could have a check-in, but that's if they were tight back then. But I don't think so. I think that that's a guy who's trying to see what's up to try to get a hookup going. I think that a lot of girls, but they don't acknowledge that. They don't until like maybe a guy's like, you want to come over? We'll go out and do something, and then you want to come back to my place and be like, oh yeah, no, okay, he's pulling a move, and it's like, oh, I didn't see that coming. But that's what's happening, right? So it's like, that's where I'd be like, wait, who do you want to go hang out with? Never heard of this guy, right? And that's where it leads to, is that kind of scenario.
Oh,
For the most part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like-
At the end of the day, for me, the number of guy friends you have in her life is not going to affect me from what.
Yeah, it's just not. You can't just
You
base
know.
it solely
It
on
just-
a number. There's other factors you got to look into. But if it's
okay.
a new guy, you know,
The
out of
only
the
the
blue?
only guys I'm looking out for are her ex, and a new guy that's somehow starting to make her laugh
Yeah,
more.
like, who is this
or-
guy? Where's he
I'm like,
coming
where's
from?
this guy coming out of?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
but
yeah.
if it's an old friend, if it's a guy that I've seen, or if he's gay,
yeah,
if he's gay, I'm cool with.
But
But basically, if he's one of those guys,
we can kind
Have
of
as many as you
determine.
like,
Yeah, yeah. We
right?
can. Yeah, but we have the feeling, like the gut feeling, or we can kind of determine or come to a conclusion.
mhm,
We can filter them out, like
yeah,
who's about that and who's about this,
yeah,
and then I base my decision from there.
yeah, But yeah,
I don't know. All I know is that there's a lot of people that disagree, that say guys and girls can be friends,
mhm.
big groups, have lots of guy friends if you're a girl, and none of them want to get with you. And I disagree. One of them does, if not multiple people.
Well, so what you're saying is
I'm
just-
an example, dude. I don't have chicks that are friends I chill with all the time. I have
Mhm.
acquaintances because I can't be
Mhm.
really friends with a girl because if I want to talk to a girl, it's because I want to get to know them that way.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, well, yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I can see why you or others are like that. The other thing that comes up that people don't want to acknowledge, and I've had conversations with people, is that when they're in this situation where girls and guys are friends and they're maintaining a friendship, whether or not green lights or red lights or whoever's got what light up at the time, we'll just say that the guy is the guy that he's interested in her, let's say, or would get down, but she's not interested, right? So now they're just friends. He's not gonna be there when he gets a girlfriend, like when he finally starts dating somebody, or solidifies his relationship in status like that. Guess who goes away?
Yeah,
He does.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree.
And then guess who starts saying, well, he's fucking, he's never around anymore. Like,
He
we
was
never
never
hang
your
out.
friend.
We never hang out. Well, it's just you were filling that void.
Yeah.
I'm maybe not a group of friends, right? Like, I'm talking if it's like you, one guy friend, one girlfriend, like that kind of scenario. It's very possible, but they disappear. They go away because now they're spending all their time with their girlfriend, right? Or
That's
they're
right,
doing,
yeah.
And then when they're not, they're maybe spending time with their boys or whatever. So that girlfriend kind of gets, less time, less messages, less, like, instead of going to the movies on a Friday night because you got that's what you're doing. Now you're doing it with a girlfriend.
Okay.
Like, you're hanging with the girlfriend, Netflix and chill. You're not doing that. So, like, then that girl's got to go find a new friend, basically, and it's going to be another guy, maybe, right? And then it's just like this cycle.
Okay, I want to know, Dimes, on your and moves on your end. What would it take for you to actually be a legitimate friend to a girl? Like, well, what are the parameters that you're gonna be like? You know what? If she clicks this, this, and this, and this, I see her only as a friend. Only as a friend.
Well,
Or is that even possible?
It is, but I think that certain things have to have certain things. Like, you have to either be in a relationship and not be not be
Moves.
looking for something outside of that. I think you got to look at what, like, you can do it, but I think that a lot of people can't, and I think part of it comes with some age. Like, as you get
Mhm.
older, you're like, all right, well, like, you're not chasing everybody around necessarily,
Okay.
and you're already doing something. So if you like what you're doing,
Yeah.
you can maintain that.
So for
you
you,
you
basically,
can actually have a friendship. But I mean, if the relationship that you're in ends
Mhm.
and you are now single again,
But even
then your dynamic in
moves.
that relationship, friendship could change, because now you could be looking at that person. I don't know, but yeah, like, that's
it could change if you become single, yes.
Yes.
But also, if you're in a relationship, from my experience,
Okay.
majority of my exes were never cool with me being or attempting to be friends with a girl if I wanted to. they would always ask questions.
Well,
Who's this?
of
Who's
course,
that?
You just stated you're not friends with any girls.
Yeah.
So obviously, if another girl comes around, they're
But
gonna be
it-
like,
it's-
hey,
no, but
what the
that's a red
fuck,
flag for
man?
them.
That's a
Yeah,
red
but
that's a red
hypothetically,
No, because
that's
no, because you know
they're dating a guy with no girls as his friend,
But
and
I'm-
then all of a
but
sudden
do you
there's
guys
another girl.
no, but
yeah.
but do you guys have that experience too? Like if
There's
you
yeah.
like if you have a girl, no, listen, if you have a girl
Yeah.
and then I don't know, I guess Moves has friends that are girls or whatever.
Yes.
I have. Yes.
Do your girls get jealous?
I
or
have
like,
had
they get
this
pissed?
experience, and what I've done in the past is to alleviate stress, to be like not exclusion, no exclusion, like be like, because like if I'm not like maybe if the worlds are separate, you know, like maybe the girl I was dating wasn't part of my group of friends, you know, and it's like okay, but then I'm going and hanging out with like you know a girl that I grew up with like that I'm tight with, and they're like, well, you know. Who the fuck is this person? Like, what? Oh, well, you know, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, 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 okay, I see where this is going. You haven't met, you know, like I realized like you haven't met or you're not around enough. So I got to try to bring them into my world as much as I can. So like be transparent, you know, like I'm going to be like fairly transparent and hopefully they get along. You know, that's the ideal situation. Well, I mean, it's good and bad because my friends know a lot about my life, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's an ideal way of bridging the gap, right? To say, come out and like, you know, hopefully they get along and they become friends maybe. And then all of a sudden they can trust your friendship. You know what I mean? I think that there'd be warning flags going up all over the place if somebody was trying to isolate a girlfriend from, you know, their relationship partner to be like, you know, like, oh, well, yeah, I'm just going to go hang out. Oh, you wouldn't like her. Like, you know, if that's going on,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
holy fuck. Like, something weird's happening there. Like, if you wouldn't like it if a girl did that. You know, like, if they were like, well, he's, you know, in a shit, you're not going to like him, you know? Like,
Yeah.
But I've known him for a while, so, like, you know, I get him. Like, no, yeah, of course, guys are going to have a problem. But, like, I think transparency has a lot to do with it. Because then, like,
Yeah.
you can, like, then the monkey branch theory isn't really
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because you're not really hiding anything.
So, because I'm still kind of like with Dimes and like completely no friends that are girls. I want you to describe your perfect friend that is a girl, not girlfriend, as you can see. Like what parameters for you where you say, you know what, I have a friend, she is a girl. Sorry, she is a woman, and
am I
Seasons
supposed to
tickets to
answer
a
this
sports
question?
team that he likes.
you know, she's you know, what are the parameters for you to actually be friends with this woman?
A superior.
Superior. Yeah, like dude, I don't know how to answer this question. Like I don't think
How
it's
could-
possible for me
You like, but like why? What like what?
because I want something else, man. Like,
From every
I
girl
just-
you meet?
I guess not every girl I meet, but it's just like I'm only meet the ones I'm interested because I'll make it happen.
So you wouldn't even okay.
Like, but this goes into.
But I also have a
it's
tight circle
valid
of
now,
friends,
right?
But I also have a tight circle of friends, right? Like
I get
I'm not
that.
looking
No.
for new friends, so it's like okay,
No, I get
why am I
that.
gonna like talk to a girl?
But-
So he's not picking up. Like, he's not meeting girls out there
For friendship,
for
only.
friendship.
I get
and
that.
if he does meet them,
But if one walks in your door, let's just say you're at your job and you see a
like
girl
if it's a
come
coworker, okay, I gotta
and
talk
she's
to
a
her. Is that what you're talking about?
up. No, fine. Let's say a coworker, and you know, all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, hey, I heard you're into that. I heard you're into I don't know the Blue Jays. I got tickets. You want to go?"
but he's looking at it like a date.
Yeah.
What if it's okay?
Why is she asking me? So she's just asking me to go because
you
she
just
wants to be friends.
okay.
Like, what the fuck is this? Where is this going?
Hold
man?
on.
Where's her boyfriend? That's the question.
Yeah.
Whoa,
I'm smelling monkey brain.
You said.
Yo.
Listen. You've said in previous episodes that you would love it if a woman came up to you and asked you out on a date. Now,
Yeah, on a date, but you're saying she's a friend.
well, no. I'm asking you that she is now coming and approaching you as a friend. Like, she's asking you out as a friend. Let's hang out.
You can go and have a beer with a coworker. If it's
Yeah.
you know, you can do that kind
Yeah,
of
I
shit.
could do
man,
it,
and
but-
talk about whatever.
But
it's like
I'd be
you know,
much more thrilled if it was a date, though.
of course you would, because it's like, oh, I might get some at the end of the day. But at the end of the day,
No, but it all starts. Maybe it is a beer after work,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it's like, well, what are you doing next weekend? You know, we
Yeah,
wanna have
okay,
a beer after
yeah.
you
You
know, get
know,
off on
yeah.
Friday, and it's like, yeah, okay, and then you know,
But
you
I
have
would
a
only
beer, and it's
go-
like, well,
yeah.
you want to go to a movie after, you know, like,
But if-
and then all of a sudden you're at a movie. Now you're kind of doing something that's not just having a drink, like, and like, yeah, I guess at that point you can say they're a friend,
Okay,
but because you're not defining what the hell you're doing, but one of you might be thinking this is kind of like a date, see where this goes. Maybe I like this person because you don't know them. Like you're kind of sizing them up in a way to be like, are they a friend or are they more than a friend?
okay,
I think at that point they're nothing. I think they're just somebody. Yeah, you got to say they're a friend from work or a friend from a friend, but there's something else happening there.
Mhm.
You know, that's what it seems like.
I don't know. I just like
Because
I
like,
just-
why the fuck would she want to go out?
her
We're
motive.
gonna
Like, is she
fucking-
bored?
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
she's bored. Maybe you know what? She's like, maybe she's the female dimes. She's just like, man, like I have, you know, I'm no one's asking me out, so okay, I'm gonna go ask.
But then if they're
someone
both
else.
the same, they're not going to do any of that. They're just going to end up in a parking lot. You know, like,
Maybe, but what
you're
I'm
like,
saying
well, I
is,
can't have a friend that's a girl. I can't have a friend
Okay.
that's a guy. Like, well, then we might as well just do this right now and get it over with.
okay,
Like,
what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna paint a friend for you. Let's just say whoever your best friend is, just whoever your best friend is, his mentality, the stuff you guys like to do, the way you talk, but put his mentality in the body of like a woman. Let's just say she doesn't have to be a dime, but let's just say she's a woman that's I don't know. She's
I don't know what
A
you're
6
trying to
and
get out
above.
of me, Special K. I really don't.
I just
My
want-
answer is
why
I
can't
cannot
you be friends with a woman?
because I don't want to be.
because he doesn't
Why?
have any that's from the
Like-
past.
like-
so when he meets
Yeah, like I
them,
didn't grow up like in elementary
he's
school. I
thinking
didn't
of them
have,
as a dating option.
yeah,
all women are dating options.
to me, yeah.
Okay, what if you're in a relationship? Then you like
I won't really get involved. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's
yeah,
fair enough.
that's how I roll, man.
Oh, okay. I respect that. Yeah, I respect it. If you're in a relationship, 100% don't. But what I'm saying is, I feel like you're closing the door on an opportunity. Like, you can have a friend, a female friend, who can open. What if you become
Listen.
friends with her? Obviously, says, guess what? You know what? My friend would actually like you. All of a sudden, a dime. Her friend is a dime.
Okay, listen.
You would have never
listen.
gotten there if you didn't become her friend.
Okay, listen.
I feel like you're shutting
a si-
doors.
That's a
I
si-
just-
okay. Maybe you're right, but
I feel you're shutting doors.
I have those situations where like I'll go to a buddy's party and he
Okay.
has friends that are chicks.
Yes.
Right? You know, they're acquaintances. Like I know them, they know me, and I talk to them when I'm at the party. But it's not like when I'm at the event, the social gathering. I know them. I talk to them. That's when I talk to them. But I don't talk to them like on a daily basis or whatever via text or phone call or whatever because we're not like tight like that, like a friend. Do you get what I'm saying?
that's
It's an
because-
acquaintance.
I know what you're saying. I
Yeah.
understand.
It's a girl that you ran into a
Yeah,
party and
it's-
then
yeah.
I know. But what I'm saying is that, I mean, you could theoretically turn that into a friendship. At the end of the day, a friendship is like you text me, I text you, like it works on both parts.
But he's different. So like, I mean, I've got girls that are friends.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
I've known them for a long time.
Yeah.
There's a few that I haven't known that long, but like, yeah, I don't look at them in that way.
yeah.
But I don't spend much time with them.
Mhm.
You have girls that are friends,
Mhm.
and I think once again it's different.
Yeah.
It's like once you settle down a little bit, like you can do that kind of thing, and as long as you're transparent, right?
Yeah.
But it goes back to the whole, for other people, the green light, red light thing. Like you're saying, he could be friends with a girl to go to a party to meet another girl.
Mhm.
That's fine as
Mhm.
long as she's got the red light up.
Okay, but
Because if she goes green on him,
I feel like
he's
I,
in.
okay.
He's like, all right, let's do this.
But
shit,
I
you
think
know?
I
Like,
think there's also the possibility that maybe the lights are don't even matter. Like, what if there's a chick that you're just simply not attracted to, but you know what, she's a great personality.
how do you know she's not waiting for your green light,
Well, that's a different thing. That's more of like,
right?
yeah. Well, then at that point, I'm like, then I'll put up the red light, right? And I'll be like,
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I
Then.
put
but
them-
then
I
you're
would-
putting it up, so there
Yeah.
is lights involved, man. Like somebody's saying
yeah.
no,
yeah.
and like that's the scenario. Is that like,
Okay,
is she
fine.
gonna be there if she gets a boyfriend?
But Okay, then let me paint a picture.
You know,
of,
maybe she goes away.
Then let me paint the picture of where there's no lights. On my part, on her part, she sees me as a fun guy, friend guy. I see her as a friend girl, all that stuff. What like? I just we're friends. I just think you don't think that is possible where no lights are up and we're just
I think
friends?
it's possible. Like, I know people. Like, yeah, it's possible.
But how
you
rare
know,
is
but-
it?
Yeah.
Oh
you don't
no,
see
no.
it all the
Statistically
time.
speaking, yes,
it's
rare.
more a percentage. It's like if
Yeah.
somebody has all these friends, guys, girls, whoever. It's going to be limited. Like, I think it's going to be a small number.
Mhm.
You know, where secretly, even if you talk to the guy or the girl, be like, well, yeah, but if it was a different reality, and whatever, if nobody would know, it's oh yeah,
Mhm.
okay, I'd do it. And then it's like, okay, not that that's going to change the friendship. It's just that's the mentality of a lot of people out there, and some people get fired up about it and get real pissed
Yeah.
thinking about it because they're like, fuck, so like all my dude friends want a piece, and it's like, no, nobody said that, but maybe one of them do want to date you. Would it be that bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but because back to Dimes in terms of like there's advantages to actually having friends that are women, and moves can contend to this is that when you're a friend with a woman, you can almost pick her mind and find out how they think and what they work on, and like I've had women or girls tell me about like what they like in a guy, what they're looking for, what women in general look for, and it starts to open up your eyes to things, and then you're like, huh. But also at the same time, I also see the contradictions that they put up. They'll be like, oh, I'm looking for a nice guy, yet they're dating a douchebag. So it's like, huh, right? So it's what I'm saying is that if you become friends with women, it opens up you. It opens up. It almost becomes a teaching tool.
But that's what I'm saying. Leads people down to the, hey, maybe you should date me then. Like that's what triggers things
Okay,
in people. To
maybe
be like, well,
eventually.
I keep hearing about these idiots or whatever.
Fair
I don't
enough.
like this guy. And then all of a sudden that's what happens. And like I stopped picking up girls as friends, like in my friend binder years ago, man.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
they're my friends for a long time. Like the girls that like, there was like a certain point where, yeah, like I got to a certain age, and it's like I wouldn't call them a friend.
I
Like,
got enough friends.
well, they wouldn't be my friend. Like it would be like somebody I know from here, or somebody I
Yeah.
know from there, or somebody I know through you. They're
Yeah.
not my friend. They're your friend, or
Yeah.
they work there, and I go to that bar, or I go here, or I work there. They're a coworker. They're not a friend. A friend is somebody that I already knew.
Yeah.
So if this person wants to hang out with me, they're an option now. Like I wasn't going out at bars or whatever. Or even stores, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it doesn't. They're not. I'm not looking. Hey, so I'm looking for more friends. When I was younger, it's like I'm not picking up friends. I'm picking up girls.
Okay, so to clarify, for me, if I met a woman and whether I classify her as a friend or as a romantic interest, it comes down to the immediate: am I attracted to her? And as guys, this within the first 5-6 seconds, you'll know if you're attracted to her or not. And if I'm not attracted to her, and she somehow we still we end up talking to each other, and we find out about each other's likes, personalities, and things and commonalities. If a friendship develops out of that, then guess what? We're friends. But if I'm attracted to that, I'm now just pursuing her as just a romantic possibility. That's it.
See, but I disagree because I don't think you would be honest up front about it.
No, I'll admit.
I think you're gonna slide in the friend zone.
That
and
might be
play
one
it
tactic.
That way.
I
think that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah, that
right?
might be one
a
way
lot
of getting
people
in.
do that tactic,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
girl doesn't know. Like
Fair
and
enough.
then-
I admit that definitely is probably the leading tactic of flying under the radar.
Right. So, but that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying is that girl was just like, well, yeah, no, we're friends, and it's
But
like,
that's
no,
why-
you're not. Well, you are, but there's somebody in this friendship that wants something else.
Well, that's why I see.
I know girls who thought the guy was a friend, and then they end up slamming them.
Yeah, well, that's why I see.
Well, yeah.
I see the friend zone
exactly.
as I think the friend zone is not a legitimate friendship. That's my thing. I think if you're in the friend zone, here's the levels. The first level is platonic friendship. You both like each other for
when
thing.
we're all little, like whatever, as kids,
Yeah,
or
little,
whatever,
yeah,
you
yeah.
got girls that are friends.
100%. Yeah.
And then you grow up, and then like
Yeah.
whatever. A lot of those people date each other and
Yeah.
screw around, and that's what starts it all. But it doesn't mean you can't remain friends afterwards. But that's what I'm saying is that I don't know many people that pick up friends after that period. You can, I guess.
Oh no,
but
I'll
not
admit
if-
I don't
it's
actually.
hard.
I don't. I'm kind of in the same boat as Dimes in the fact that yes, I don't go on. I don't go in public or go to bars and then with the intent of I'm gonna find a best friend today. No. I don't have that intent. But what I'm saying is I keep that door open of you know what? If I meet somebody at work and they're into the same shit I am, okay, cool.
But I
But
think
if
that's
it's
the
so cool,
misconception.
but if you're so cool with that person,
Okay.
isn't it going to develop into something?
Not
Well,
necessarily.
compatible.
right? But that's the misconception is a coworker or if somebody you can develop a friendship, but if you're looking at them like that, then eventually maybe
They're cool, but they're not attractive. That's the difference. I can be we're into the same things. We really vibe really well, but I'm not. I don't want to hit that. Or I don't want to.
I think people use the friendship label very easily now. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's
fair enough. Yeah.
Oh, he's a friend. She's a friend, or
Yeah.
whatever. And no, they're not really.
He's a
I
fuck,
agree,
fuck buddy.
yeah.
He's a fuck
They're
buddy.
not
Yeah,
really
yeah.
they're you barely know the person. You've seen them fucking 4 times in your life,
Mhm.
and are they your friend? I don't think they are.
That's some shady shit.
Maybe you see them more often. Maybe you hang out with them more often. It's just
Yeah.
are they a friend or are they somebody that you met somewhere that I wouldn't call them a friend. It's undefinable, and then don't be surprised if they pull something or say something. Don't be shocked because that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And there's so many people that it's holy fuck, that happened. That's I hear it, and then
Yeah.
people get fired up, man. People get fired up about it because they don't want to believe that, they're
No, I
they're in
think-
this friendship or relationship, and then one person may be thinking secretly, or just
But why do
on
they
the
get
other
fired up
side.
about it? Why can't they just accept it?
because people think they're smart,
Okay.
and they like to think that the friends that they keep are honest and
Yeah.
sharing the
We're
same
very,
thing, but really there isn't, and a lot of times it's just
yeah.
like he said, he'll slide in the friend zone.
I've done it, and
Slide in the friend
listen,
zone, eh?
I've done it.
with the
I've done
hope
it.
that
I've done it, and it actually it proved successful. I mean, obviously, whatever it proves, it does work. But that being said, it's the waiting game. It's not really it's not great. But I knew from early on that there was an attraction, right? And then, but I didn't know the strength of the attraction.
If I have that, I like that attraction.
Yes.
I try to bring that up ASAP, straight to it.
Oh,
I don't like
that's
to
a-
play.
that-
I don't like to wait around
Okay,
then it's
fair enough.
it's you're waiting around. It's where's it gonna go? I don't like waiting.
Okay,
man.
fair enough.
I like
get
to know
it.
the answer right then and there,
Fair enough.
so I can make other moves if I have to.
No, yeah, I get it. And
Mhm.
I think a lot of people might. I think more people than you think would, think the same for that. I mean,
But when it comes push to shove, when it's easier, it's oh man, do I go for let's say there's a girl you're working with and you're attracted to her. How many times do you usually? Oh, I like her. I'm gonna go up to her and be like, hey, I really want to take you out and go on a date and bang you later on. Or sorry, you just ask her out
Yeah,
for
but
a
that's
date.
at work. You're saying that's at work though.
Oh, yeah, at work. How many times?
At work, I keep it professional always. I do, man. I do.
What do you mean professional?
well,
I don't fucking fuck around with my coworkers
But even if you find
But-
them attractive?
because they know it's trouble. That's just my opinion. I have a feeling
So-
it'll get me in some kind of shit. Not because I don't want it to happen, but because I have a feeling it'll backfire on me. Because
Well,
that's just
we've
my
talked about
luck.
this before, where it's but
I
you
get it.
would.
It can back. 100%.
That's what. Yeah, the
It has.
backfiring
You
thing
gotta
is what
be
gets
ready
me.
for that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
I've
not- I'm
experienced
never
that too,
ready
and
for
and yes, it definitely it opens up that door. But what I'm saying is that's another door you're shutting down. That's another door you're shutting down.
But he doesn't want to slide in the friend zone.
No, but I'm just saying dating a coworker.
That's to me. I feel like it would backfire on me just with my luck. I swear, man. That's my.
I just feel there's so many venues out there if you just travel down those roads.
If okay, it depends. I don't know. I haven't had that experience. Like I said before, I haven't.
Because listen,
Well, I don't think you can plan it. Like I don't like.
Obviously,
okay,
yeah,
you can't.
yeah,
I think
you
if
can.
it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah.
And like one of those scenarios happens where it's like, well, you want to get a drink, or, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, I know.
you're into something, and it's like, well, I wasn't planning this, but now I want to pursue this option. She's interested, I'm interested, and all of a sudden, you're just in it. Like it's not like
No, it's not planned out. 100%.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
you
yeah,
get into
yeah.
the situation, and next thing you know, you're the deep waters of the friend zone, and looking to swim out. And
yeah, but the other person doesn't know that.
no.
That's what
Well,
I'm saying.
listen,
and
the-
that's the
the
problem,
friend zone
right?
is a
And
very-
that's where the debate
Yeah.
rages. Is that that's where a guy's like, well, okay, well, like if this is going nowhere, but I'm still friends with her, that's cool. But eventually they lose touch when that guy or she gets a boyfriend or a girlfriend
Yeah.
or whatever. Like that's when the relationship will start to suffer, and then that's when
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
yeah.
Like, and then it's like you're not even friends. Like,
That being said, though, the rewards after being in the friend zone, and I don't know if you've experienced this after, like, have you been in the friend zone?
yeah,
But once you get out of it and into it, if you know what I mean, oh man, the rewards are amazing. That's all I'm saying.
sure.
And I just don't know. I don't know why Dimes you don't explore that venue. I just think getting out of the friend
I've
zone.
told people before just to save themselves some grief and some headaches and some bullshit
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like the whole uncomfortableness of
Yeah, yeah.
either working out or not working
Yeah,
out
yeah,
or
the
or
what
not
ifs,
saying
the
something or
what
the
ifs.
what ifs is just
Yeah.
whenever that pops into your head, if it's before or during or after, like whatever stage you are at, knowing someone, just fucking say it. Just get it out there. Just
Yeah, like how?
just fucking do it because
I don't want to
you'll
linger.
feel better about it because then it's out in the open.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
Like how long?
everybody can make a
How long do I have to
decision.
linger in the friend zone for? I'd rather just let it out.
Let it out.
Just
let
and
it
out,
just
man.
Be like, hey,
Oh,
you know
no,
what?
yes.
Why? Like what? Why? Like what about me? Like
yeah.
I kind of got a thing.
I
Like,
admit it, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's easier like that. It's just so much easier like that. Yeah, people are like, well, it's embarrassing if you get shut down. It's like, well, yeah, it's more embarrassing. 5 years later,
Yeah.
And you're still there.
5
Yeah,
years
exactly.
later,
You
Yeah.
definitely have-
and
yeah,
then it's fucking
there's-
weird,
there's
right?
a- yeah.
Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it ain't movies, man. Like I see
Oh, no,
these
no,
fucking
yeah.
movies where if it was reality,
Yeah.
these fucking assholes would have a restraining order put on them where they're like, I was
Oh,
secretly fucking loving you for 10 years.
If the Notebook was real, like,
oh man, I've seen it. I don't
8
remember
years,
it.
I sent you a letter for 365 days.
Well, I remember that.
You
That was a
know.
little different. Like, oh,
Okay,
no,
it's
she had a
romantic, I
guy.
get it.
She was monkey branching.
She was.
She was monkey
She was
branching.
monkey branching,
And all-
100%.
who loves those movies? You go, women love that movie.
They do.
It's all about monkey branching.
They do.
The fuck,
know?
man.
But
No
yeah,
wonder there's a problem going on.
it's fucking Nicholas Sparks. It's all these
Like,
movies.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. So fuck, Notebook's a monkey branch tutorial for fucking women.
Holy shit!
Like, fuck, that's right.
Yeah.
Forgot. Oh, no. Was she with the guy?
No,
Like,
no.
Like Ryan
She-
Gosling,
she was- no, no.
met him
But
and
she-
stayed with him. But was there a guy? Was she
No,
with a guy?
She was with the after Ryan Gosling disappeared, she got with the rich dude and was with him. But
Was
then
she with somebody originally?
no, the new guy. But
Oh,
then,
so okay.
But then she monkey branched back because she was like, I'm gonna see what my old boyfriend's like. I saw him in the newspaper, and then
Oh, and he built the house.
and he
for
built the
her
house,
shit.
and he was
Right,
like,
right.
and so she's kind of like, oh, this old branch was pretty fucking
But see,
nice.
Got a
I
nice
know,
grip
but
on that branch,
So it
eh?
had a happy ending, for the most part, right? Like it was a happy ending.
Not for
but
the rich guy.
Not for the dude, for the guy, for Ryan. Like think about the girl that he was with, because I'm pretty sure
yeah,
she
yeah.
knew all of this.
Yeah,
She knew he was a fucking disaster.
Yeah, like-
and he's like,
no, I think there was even a
he
line in
restored
that,
this house for this fucking girl.
there was a line in the movie where it's like, I know I'm not her. And it's like, fuck, but you're still taking it. It's like,
So like, yeah, people that are like, oh, that's so romantic. It's like,
Yeah.
look at the destruction and heartache that you're leaving behind.
Yeah, like, oh
Like-
man, don't.
Like, yes, for them, I guess it was great eventually, but for everybody else, like, there could have been some serious after effects going on.
Oh
there.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, no, and that's the thing, man. And that's the thing. They'll watch this movie and be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe Ryan Gosling." And it's
There's
like
so many movies
what
like
a-
that, though.
Yeah.
There's so many movies
Yeah.
like that where fucking, like, and I know, like, girls, like, that I, in
Yeah.
the past are like, oh my God, I love that movie. And I'm
Yeah.
like, really? I'm like, she ended up with, like, what could be classified as a fucking stalker who, like, who
Yeah.
fucking, like, legally, like,
Yeah.
broke rules.
But they'll do it in a romantic way. But yes, technically
It's
stalking.
Yeah, well, I mean, to some it's romantic. Like, I'm one of those people, I'll be like, this guy's
What
a
about-
creeper. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this guy is a fucking creeper that, like, if I was around, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here, buddy. Like, if I'm the friend, I'd be like, listen, man, you're lucky we're not dealing with your case right now. Like, leave
Yeah.
her alone. Like,
Yeah.
what are you thinking? Like, it's just ridiculous. There's, like, all those movies, man.
What
where-
about Twilight? Did you guys see Twilight? Where that chick?
No, and I'm happy
No.
to say
No,
never
I saw
watched
it
that
with my
shit.
ex. I can't remember it fully, but there was a chick in the movie. I don't remember everything, but she was basically always bouncing
Oh,
or
okay.
deciding to be
I-
between the two guys.
I think I might have seen memes or like
Yeah.
synopsis.
Yeah, I'm
like
pretty
team- what
sure
is it,
that
like
was
team
the
this or team that?
main
Yeah.
storyline.
Yeah.
Well, that's because it was a love triangle or whatever that shit's called.
yeah, but it's like there's the chick, and it's like it's totally cool portrayed in the movie to be with this guy
Yeah.
for this time period, and then this guy, and then back and forth. Back
Well, they're
and
also
forth.
targeting young people, I think.
Or actually, another monkey branch / love triangle / odd moment in Pearl Harbor. Those two guys were fighting over the same girl, and then I think she banged both of the guys. And at the end of the movie,
I can't remember.
all I'm saying is that
don't remember
Hollywood
that
and
movie.
a lot of those movies they tend to paint this picture of that it's okay to have multiple guys and interests.
Yeah, that's probably where it comes from.
There's well, yeah, but what about the fucking movies where it's like it's a happy ending, but like the girl is about to get married and they're
Yeah.
at the fucking wedding, and like there's some movies where the guy that they're
Yeah.
fucking over, he's not a bad guy.
No,
Like,
he's just-
he's a good guy.
He might be oblivious, but
no,
all of a
he's just like
sudden-
whatever, and all this shit's
Yeah.
happening on the side, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden some dude shows up at the wedding,
Yeah.
and like we're talking like she could have backed out, and then it's like she's like running up the aisle outside, and like there's not even like we talked about like is there a time period to wait to be like a complete like asshole about it? Like making out with the new guy right in front of the old guy at
In
the
your
church
wedding dress.
in the wedding dress in front of
What
family
movie is
and
this,
friends.
man?
There's
Fucking
probably-
so many, man. So many
Yeah,
movies.
there's a couple of them. Yeah.
And it's
I ain't
what
getting
a
married.
mess, like, and it's like people are like, oh, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what about that guy?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He wasn't even a bad guy. Like,
Yeah. There's a lot of them. Yeah.
That shit happens in real life too, man. That's probably where they pick it up from.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not that
Well,
instant.
yeah.
Okay, not that instant,
I personally don't
okay.
know anybody that's gone to a wedding and oh yeah, the bride run away with an ex or whatever.
Okay, yeah, no, but like I'm talking divorce and like
Yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
No, they're based in truth, right?
yeah, but that's a total fucking disaster. And
Yeah.
so, but yeah, that's it's interesting. Yeah, a little bit of monkey branching going on in the Notebook,
Yeah.
and psychological breakdowns probably afterwards. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still saying that I think it's very complicated for
Okay.
guys and girls to be friends
Mm-hmm.
without possibly having something develop,
Yes.
or at least one-sidedness or whatever. I think it is possible. I think it's hard.
Okay, but it's still possible.
I think it's hard.
It's hard. Yeah. I think it is possible, just statistically speaking. Very difficult. I think on my end, it just comes down to the basic of am I attracted or not. If I'm not, we're friends. If I am, I'll probably I'll either I'll admit there's girls that I would talk to and I can sense like an inkling of a friendship maybe developing, but because I'm attracted, I'll just oh no, I'm keeping my distance or else I'm getting.
But you just told him
Yeah.
he shouldn't do that.
In terms of like what do you mean
You just told Dimes well, you're shutting the door. Maybe she's
no
got whatever.
I'll
So
shut down. I'll
you
shut
know,
down the door if I know that I can't pursue it. Usually because if they have a boyfriend, right? If they have a boyfriend, I will not be friends with an attractive girl that has a boyfriend.
Well, that leads to a whole thing that, like, you know,
That's my
the question for the boyfriend is like, well, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that leads, it's all.
Because
you
basically
know,
that
yeah.
makes me the other guy.
I think.
you know?
Yeah. I think it's possible. I just think it's complicated and it gets messy sometimes.
Yeah.
And, and a lot of girls that I know don't want to acknowledge that they're friends with a guy that probably maybe has feelings for them or
Yeah.
wants, you know, or would take it physically to the next level if they said, let's do it.
Because
You know?
for some it's going to be easier to be in the friend zone and just shut it down than to
like,
actually acknowledge
When
things.
I was young, like, you know, I was friends with girls and, you know, going out for a beer, like, we're totally cool, like, totally friends. You know, I'm still friends with these people. But, like, jokingly or whatever, maybe they look great that night, you know, and I'm giving them a compliment, be like, man, you look incredible. You sure you don't want, you know, I mean, you don't want us to hook up because you look great. And they'd be like, oh, you know, stop being ridiculous, or, you know, oh,
move.
it's always, you know, oh, you're such, you know, you're that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, well, shit, all right. You want to just
Yeah.
grab a couple beers then and a shot?
Yeah.
And then we go on, we move past it. But
Yeah.
I was half joking, probably, you know, like, it's one of those things where if they said, yeah, who knows? I'll probably be like, all right.
Holy shit.
Like, and
There's-
it's honest, and they knew it was a half
Yeah.
joke. Like, if they,
Yeah.
and they knew, like, yeah, okay, let's go. Maybe we do, you know, find out if, you know, there's something there. But I never, you know,
Yeah.
you gotta just, you just go for it.
So Dimes, are you going to attempt to become friends with a girl?
Am I going to attempt to become friends with a girl? No, I'm going to try to make her my girl if I'm interested in her.
There you go.
And will you allow your girl to have many guy friends?
You know, like I said before, maybe if it was a lifelong friend from, like, who knows, elementary school or something, any new guys, red flag.
Right.
Red flag.
Well, this goes back to he can't stop her. Like, it's
Yeah,
like one
yeah,
of those
it's just,
things
yeah.
Well, we're gonna cook up a scheme when we're at work, smoking cigarettes and drinking whiskey. It's 1954.
So the female listeners out there, basically, if you want to date Dimes, you know, don't have guy friends.
Every podcaster, like, to the female listeners, if you want to date Dimes, this is
Listen,
I'm-
man. They listen to this podcast too. I mean, I've been getting feedback too,
Listen,
right?
at least he's fucking up front. Man.
I admit, yeah.
You
You know
know,
what? At least
he's.
I don't got
upfront,
time for
you
games,
know?
man.
Like, he's like, hey,
That's 100%. You know what? He doesn't play. He's not.
like, I'm
he's
not looking
dubbed-
for
yeah.
friends or, like, you know.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
I mean, you got to enter that weird stage anyways when
Yeah,
you start
okay,
dating.
sure.
You know what?
They're not a friend, but they're a friend, but they're not, and then you end up dating.
That might also help you with the girls because you'll be like, oh, who's that? Who's that girl? You don't have that, so
Yeah, exactly.
it's just like.
But sometimes they like it. Sometimes they like it because maybe
Who's
it's
that girl?
competition.
Nah, there's no girls. There's no girls on my phone.
females.
But
No.
they'll still try. They'll still try to, like, push something on you,
Who's
man.
that? Oh yeah, that's my sister.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah,
sense. It
exactly.
basically
Yeah, yeah.
makes-
Oh,
that's my sister.
that's my
Yeah.
cousin.
Now that it comes out, it's like it makes Monkey Branching impossible for him.
Oh yeah.
because there's no. Like,
He's eliminated
there's
that
no
issue.
explanation.
He's
There's
eliminated
no
that issue.
explanation. It's like, so you're with a girl? Ah, shit. You know, it's like, what? Wasn't your sister? So,
Yeah.
your sister and your mom? No,
Yeah,
like,
you're pretty much monkey-proof branch.
You're monkey-proof.
You're monkey branch proof. Or I
well,
can't.
no,
even,
he's not.
yeah.
He just can't do it.
You just can't
well.
do it.
Like,
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
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 They could do it to him still.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. That's interesting right there. And you're just whatever. You're sliding in friend zone, not friend zone.
Listen, you know what? Going back to our actual opener, the whole '70s and being open to love, and I might actually be open to that now because you know what? I'm all about the openness. I'm about that.
I think that was the '60s, man.
Well,
The '70s
there-
was like disco.
Then see, there we go. That is why I think my
Saturday
original,
Night Fever.
then my original answer of being the '60s because I'm all about that free love, you know, like openness. You know, like I don't know, man. What do you call it? Peace and love, man. You know, I'm about that. Like I'm about the openness.
Well, I don't buy it, but okay. Like I'll let you
Okay,
get away
what do you
with
mean you
it.
don't buy-
I'll
okay,
get,
listen.
peace
Okay.
and love and openness.
Yeah, like what I'm saying is
Like,
like
what the fuck are you on?
I'm not on any. No, I just think that there's so many venues to finding the person you're going to end up with, and I'm not going to let numbers or boyfriends or exes or monkey branches or what's today's topic? The guy friends. I'm not going to let nothing
I
stop me.
see you're open. You're totally open. I get it.
Yeah, you know.
I get it. Your opportunities might be more than my opportunities. I get what
That's
you're saying.
it. That's it. I'm just looking for.
I get what you're saying.
I like the opportunities.
I get what you're
know?
saying, but like I shut them down because I only want
Listen.
good opportunities.
I'm like Rocky. All I need is one shot. I just want one shot. That's all I want.
But you want one shot at the title, or you want one shot with like fucking some rookie? like what do you want, man?
Well,
I want the title shot. I want to go. I want to listen. Dimes.
Well, we've already established
You know.
he's willing to take on the 99-0.
That's true. That's true.
The title right there. If you can survive, like if you can lock that one down, I'll get you a title belt.
Listen, you know what?
Right? Because that person's knocking people out left, right, and center.
I want the title shot. You know, and yeah, you know, you know, and look, yeah, you know, I there's a lot of things to consider, but I'm just a little bit more open with these things, right? I mean, look, you know, I think we've all had, you know, the negative experiences, but that's not going to deter me from trying it, you know. In the words of Michael Scott, I'm ready to get hurt again.
You're getting too deep for me now.
I'm kind of lost, man. Like I'm like, all right, I don't know what you just said.
I don't know, man. I'm just listen,
But
man.
because like yeah, we kind of went around the block on this one,
Yeah.
but
Basically,
because like there's no way for us. Like I mean, like eventually we'll probably have to ask like a girl
yes,
to sit in on this and be like, all right, you know, whip through a few of these topics
yes.
to get their opinion, to
Actually,
get yelled at by
yeah.
them or whatever.
We really would love to hear from the girls. If you can, you know, go on our Twitter, go on our email.
But yeah, but
You know?
like I mean, it's one of those scenarios where it could end up like because yeah, it is like the subject where, you know, where we were talking a little bit about you know, a lot of things in our first recording and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then Monkey Branch, and then like some of the girls' feedback, you know,
Yeah.
there was none.
Yeah.
You know, tumbleweed,
Dun dun dun.
and it's like, you know, okay, so guilty, you know, and it's like, well, all right.
Your
And
silence
that goes back
speaks
to
volumes.
and that goes back to the beginning of this when you said that,
Yeah.
and it's because maybe they're, you know,
Affected by it. It's it got to them.
committing the offense
Yeah.
of monkey branching.
Yeah.
highly possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got to start putting like a crime sentence on these like offenses. Like, you know
what
what
do
I
you
mean?
call-
Like,
yeah.
is it
Yeah.
is it just a fine and you go on your way, or like, you know, maximum security? Like, what's an offense for
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you're a monkey brancher,
Yeah.
that's got to be a good one. Like, that's got to be like jail time. You know,
Minimum 6 years.
we're throwing time.
well, I mean, not like, well, yeah, like that's what I mean, right? It's like it's got to be like, you're not getting slapped on the wrist, like,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like maybe you need to inform future.
Could you imagine if there were actual penalties for this?
I wish there
my
were
God.
penalties for some of these.
Jails
things.
would be overpopulated than they are now.
How much time you giving for cheaters?
Oh. Man. What is that, like maybe
What's
close
I
to
don't
life? I don't know.
Close to life. So, like,
Well, that's like the most, like one of the most worst things you can do, right? Is cheat. Right?
It's gonna
So-
be high on the list.
Yeah, it's high on the list. That's what I'm saying. Close to maybe life in
It's gonna
prison.
be
I don't
high on
know.
the list.
We'd have to debate
So
that.
okay, so the monkey branch,
Mm.
6 years from Dimes.
Monkey Branch is below cheating because it's a precursor to cheat.
Yeah.
It's almost like first degree, second degree murder, but it's like that. But
Murder of your heart.
yes. Yeah. So I think it's a little bit less degree, but yeah.
the accountability, man, I think that's what it is. I think like it's like
Yeah.
just like in a court system, if the person shows remorse or accountability or like whatever in the process, I think that time is going to get knocked off. The sentencing is going to get less, right?
Sure.
You know, like everybody's going to be like, well, fuck, okay, well, you know, maybe there's reasons why shit's going the way it is. But if there's like no accountability and they don't give a fuck and they're like treating you like a piece of shit, like, fuck you, you know, like, what? Like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, no, you know what? You're fucking like, there should be a thing like, can I fucking like, I guess that's why they got those websites, right? Where you can like fucking talk shit about people, like exes and crap. I'm not saying you go on the internet and post nudes of your ex because I think that's illegal. But you can go and be like, fucking, this person's a total bitch.
Not-
or
actually,
this
no,
guy's a
technically-
prick and he's a fucking womanizer. Like,
You can. It's because technically the property belongs to you at that point.
I don't think so, man. There's like a whole thing going on with
Is
that.
there?
Yeah, I read something in the paper a while ago about fucking revenge porn.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a
It
thing.
is, but I think it's illegal. So
I
you-
think there's
like,
gray lines.
you
There's
don't
a lot
wanna
of gray
do
lines.
that.
There's a lot of gray. Yeah, we're not condoning that. I'm just
You
saying
know.
that you look into it because
I've talked to girls, right?
like,
And
listen, if you don't post the head, just the body,
but I've talked to girls, and I'm like,
and
if-
give a kind of a name, but yeah.
So, just to, well, anyways, I want to go back quickly,
Yeah.
just to touch on what we were talking about
Yeah.
was the guys and girls be friends because, like, I know a few girls.
Yeah. Friends.
You know what? A couple of them are friends,
Okay.
like just friends, good friends,
Straight up.
and then a couple of acquaintances, right? Like
Right.
people I know through people, whatever.
Yeah.
And no, there's no interest. You know what I mean? It's
Okay,
just whatever.
platonic friends.
Yeah, well, it's like I just know them through people,
Mhm.
and this kind of goes back to they get messages from people that they call friends
Mhm.
on their phone that are dick pics.
What the?
Like they're getting nudes. You know what I mean? Like guys are just like,
and they're calling them their friend.
but, yep.
What the fuck?
And
You
then
know these
that
people?
happens.
You know these
Yeah,
people?
man.
Dude,
okay, why is the
fuck
number in the
that.
phone then?
Fuck
Why is the
that.
number in the phone?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get it. Like, fuck, man. My phone's got a ton of numbers, but like work numbers, old friends numbers. Like,
Okay,
there's a
yeah.
lot of random shit in my phone, like numbers wise. Like, because I just fucking keep transferring my phone contacts from phone to phone. Like, I should probably fucking blast some out. But what guy? Like, I mean, okay, this goes with society and fucking whatever. But like, yeah, some of these girls are like, oh yeah, this guy I know. You
So-
know,
so they're
fucking
getting-
like, hey, how are you? I'm great. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, fuck, we should hang out. Yeah, cool. Hey, you want to see something? Boom. And it's like,
Hey,
really?
friend,
So
Here's
they're
my
getting
dick.
hold on. They're
Really?
keeping them in their contacts and still saying they're friends after getting the dick pic as well.
I don't know, man. But like, I know, like,
You know
a
what-
couple of
you know what the
stories
dick
that
pic-
came my way is that, yeah, like, it's like, yeah, fuck, like, I know one, yeah.
You know
Holy
what?
fuck! This is why I'm saying.
Or
Take
maybe
me back
they
to-
delete the number, but obviously the guys, like, but it happens a lot, apparently.
But there's no way that they're getting a dick
Like,
pic and
we-
saying that they're friends and keeping them on their phone. There's no way.
Listen,
There's
you know
no
what?
way.
You know what that dick pic is?
If that's true, take me back to the 90s, like I said, because 2017 ain't for
Dude,
me.
it's happening, man.
2017 ain't for me.
It's happening. I
No.
saw something. Fuck. I can't remember if it was in a newspaper or online, but it was like a fucking bullshit article either way. But it was literally talking about when it's appropriate to send a dick pic. And I was like, this can't be a real
They're not
fucking...
ma- they're not
this
making it-
can't
yeah.
be a real
Holy
article.
fuck.
Yeah.
Like, this can't be a real article. And it was. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't read it. Like, I clicked on it and went, whoa. Like, that's a real article. Like, they're actually talking about that. And I'm like, that's what guys are doing now.
No, you
And like, I
yeah.
guess girls are. I don't know
Oh,
if they're cool with it.
No,
or-
they're
I know
not
some
phased.
aren't. I know some
They're not.
aren't.
They're not.
But they're
stunned.
not upset.
They're not upset. They're
like,
like,
this
oh
guy."
yeah, he sent me a dick today. I'm like, oh okay. Like, is he
Yeah, like, oh, yeah.
friend, boyfriend,
But
but
like,
just some guy I know.
if
And
it's
it could
a
be like,
random-
oh, he hasn't done it in like 6 months. Right? I heard that from someone, and I was like,
This
Dude,
is
that shit's fucked
back in
up.
the day-
That shit's
back
fucked
in-
I
up.
get sexting. People are doing
Yeah.
that, boyfriend, girlfriend. Like, that's fine. Like, I get it,
Yeah.
or whatever. Or,
If
If they're the boyfriend or, girlfriend, yeah.
even if you're doing whatever, if they're, I think you got to have some dialogue, right? Or be in something with that person. But if it's like not going on between these two people, and like this person is like, I'm just gonna, hey,
Yeah.
what's up, and then
Yeah.
bang, or just
Bro,
right off the
if
bat. That's weird, right? Like,
Yeah.
especially if
like
I
something wrong with them? I think
yeah,
something's wrong.
Yeah,
with
if
them.
I
Like,
met
is
a
that
girl,
society?
if I met a girl, and she had like guys like this in her phone,
Yeah.
and she got like whatever dick pics.
Yeah.
Maybe it was before I entered a relationship with her.
Yeah.
But she still had that guy on her phone. I'd be pissed.
I just
You'd be pissed.
Yeah, delete that.
Yeah.
Delete that fucking guy, man. What if she gets another one?
so if she got
Well,
Listen,
there's a
man.
good chance she will.
Yeah, but if I'm in a relationship with her, bro, I'm not.
yeah, maybe
I'm not down with
okay,
that.
okay, you got to understand what the dick pic represents. The dick pic represents a gentleman.
It
trying
represents
to,
a penis.
No, but it's a guy trying to escape the friend zone. He's probably I got her number. We're friends. We're talking. We're chatting. Maybe we're heating it up. I'm gonna boom escape by sending my dick pic. It's a very weak game, but that's what they're doing. They're sending the dick.
Yeah, that's
pic.
fine. I'm saying if the girl
That's a
keeps.
big move, man. Like,
It's a
like,
finisher.
how about a
It's a
hey,
finisher.
you wanna hook up
Guys
and go
don't do
for
that
a
anymore.
drink?
Nope, they don't do that anymore. They don't do that anymore. Millennials, especially.
Well, I'm not a millennial,
Yeah.
and I'm fucking glad I'm not
Listen,
a
man,
millennial.
I don't send dick pics
Have you ever?
to an ex. Like
Well,
a girl,
yeah, like, so he's doing
Okay,
it like I
in
mean,
a relationship
sexting.
context.
Like I mean,
Yeah.
I get
and that was upon
right?
request. Like I'm not about that, man. I don't like that shit.
Like, oh, you take requests. Very nice.
Listen,
So if anybody has any requests,
Dimes at the other guy's podcast.
hashtag dick pic requests.
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah.
Hashtag
Actually-
cock carousel.
Yeah. There's actually now like tips on how to actually do them properly because
How to do them properly.
yeah, because a lot of guys are doing them from the top, the view down. You actually have to do it from the bottom up to make it look.
I love how you know so much
I
about
was
this
just about
special
to
K.
say.
I've no.
That's what I'm about to say. Be
I-
like,
nope.
so
Won't send them out, but like just I saw these articles, right?
So-
clickbait.
Listen,
sure, man.
Listen.
Sure, yeah, clickbait. All right. My thing is that the problem is that, like, I think this leads back to that. If they're accepting that, like, this person's done it before, and then, like, they're not cool with it. But then this person, yeah, is still in there, is still like, well, I mean, are you going to change your fucking phone number? Or, like, should they know?
block.
But you can
There's
block.
a block feature.
Yeah, you know what? I guess you could block, right? I guess you
Restraining,
can block.
yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? I forget about that
If-
feature.
yeah.
So yeah, you could block. Yeah, if it's unrequested and you're not cool with it, and you're like, fuck this guy.
How can a
Yeah, a
chick?
girl could totally block that
Wait.
guy. So there should be no follow up dick pic 8 months later.
Yeah, exactly.
To test the
exactly.
waters.
But how
again.
can you even call that person a friend if you're getting dick pics? Like that's
That's a good question.
Like, you're not a friend.
ladies.
Yeah.
like I'm
Are
sorry,
you
but like what kind of bullshit
keeping
is that?
Guys' numbers in your phone that are sending you dick pics and calling them friends.
But you know what I find
Because
really
that's fucked up.
You know what's really freaking weird? Imagine sending your dick to a girl, and then she shuts it down, and then let's just say a couple weeks later.
To have the balls to do it again.
No. Let's say she shuts it down, but you run into her personally. What's your move then? What's your move then? Like, oh hey, did you get that text? You get?
I guess your only move is like, really? You didn't like that? You know?
Really? Listen, I can send you
Really?
another one. That I took the bad angle. I'll give you the better angle this
I
time.
was feeling tired that day.
I was outside in the cold. I don't know.
But yeah, so apparently that's a fucking thing now.
that's a thing now. Yeah.
And
So ladies, yeah.
I figured you
yeah.
guys might have more insight into that.
I've heard about it. It has become more, especially with Snapchat. At the end,
He's heard about it because
yeah.
he's got friends that are girls. That's why you've heard about it.
Yeah.
right?
See, again.
see a pro. There's a pro right there.
Listen, that's
But
why.
fuck these bitches.
Listen. At the end of the day, it gives me knowledge. I know now. Listen, someone like I've been there when girls have gotten those dick pics. Like they won't show me the dick because I'm like I don't need to see that shit. But I've been there when they've gotten the reaction, and most of the time it's like, oh, another dick pic, and I'm like, what? If I got like
What?
like no, I would like if I well I guess because I'm a guy, but like if I got a dick, I'd be shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be shocked. I'd be like, and maybe even like,
But that's what I'm saying.
Listen,
Fuck
man,
that.
my era, girls would call you out if you double dipped a chip, man. Let alone send them a dick pic
Yeah,
and
but
unwanted.
But that's why I'm saying
you
fuck
know,
that. And it boils down. I really think, like I said before, it boils down to the type of girl. Because like I think like a solid chick wouldn't be getting dick pics all the time.
In today's society, if she's
No, like I'm saying, yeah, okay, I
'Cause
know
of
it's
the
rare.
company you keep type thing.
So what do you mean?
Like you're saying, like she wouldn't like have this guy. Like the numbers wouldn't have been exchanged.
Yeah,
with somebody
because
that's
it's
gonna
yeah,
think like that.
Yeah,
Or like,
or if
be
she
like,
got
hey.
or if she got the pic, she'd like immediately remove the guy. But that's the type of girl. That's the type of girl. That's what I'm talking about. Which could be rare.
unsolicited from like somebody you're not dealing
Yeah.
with or talking to is fucking weird. Like it's like going back to that creeper thing about the movies, man.
Yeah.
It's like they're stepping it up to even like weirder levels.
Yeah.
But like some girls, I think are accepting of it. Like they're just accepting. Like Special K said, is that they're just like this is part of being a girl now. Is that people I know,
Will say.
guys are gonna randomly send me a picture of their junk. That's fucking weird. That's very weird.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's
It's weird on both parts, man.
No, but here's what I want to know: of the percentage of the dick pics going out there, how many of those are actually successful? Where the girls are
would
like,
they ever admit it? Would the girl ever fucking tell
I
you?
want to
No,
know.
no.
I want to
Would
know.
they ever?
I
would
really
they have
wanna
the
know.
balls to fucking be like,
I'm asking
I
them.
had no interest
I'm
in this
asking them,
guy,
please.
and then he sent me a picture of his junk,
And I went
caught
down.
the next bus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I want.
Like-
No, you know what? Hold on. We don't have to go to the girls. We go to the guys that are constantly doing this. So
Well,
yeah,
fuck, man. But the guys that are doing this are idiots that are already doing this.
yeah.
They're gonna lie. They're gonna be like, "Of course it works. Well, that's why I do it." Like, are they gonna be like, "No"?
Okay, then
You
that's
know?
when I'm gonna ask.
'Cause-
Prove
oh,
it.
man, I hope
Prove
it's no,
it.
because that just means they need help. Because like, then you're just randomly not being successful and continuing to do it. That's the definition of insanity.
I'd ask for
But-
proof, but you know what? I'd ask for proof. But yeah, I'm interested in. At the end of the day, everything that it becomes a trend started because of a reason and was because it's successful at one point. So I'm really interested. Like, how did this phenomenon?
So you're saying there could be success because it is a phenomenon.
I'm not saying it's a high success rate, but the fact. Listen, if it's 1,000 picks and one gets in,
There has to be. There has to be a success ratio
Guys are
of some
not
number.
sending their dicks out there just for the fun of it.
Yeah,
There's
I know.
intent. There's
No, I think it is.
It's the
man.
lottery. It's
I
the
think
lottery.
it is. I think it's just like fuck it. You know what I mean? Like if they don't give a fuck.
It's a modern day lottery.
But like this goes back to the thing. Like if these girls aren't being classified as friends,
yeah,
obviously, then they don't give a fuck. It's like I'll just fucking all right. Let's see if she takes the bait. Like I'll just throw it out there. Maybe she's into it, or maybe she's not. And like, what's the worst thing she's gonna say to me? Be like, "What the fuck is this?"
yeah.
Be well, I just figured like
Definitely,
maybe this
yeah.
would start something up. Like I don't know what these fucking guys are doing, but
Yeah.
apparently it's happening. And I would love to
Yeah,
know
I would really love
if
to
it's
know, yeah.
successful. But
Yeah.
like that's a new tactic. I heard about this tactic, and it's like what?
I didn't know that, like,
Like Seth's
Friend-
been around for a while.
yeah, but I didn't know, like, they would call him a friend, though. Like, I didn't know.
It
Is that
starts off
legit?
It starts off that way.
No, but like a friend,
I met
like,
guy
oh,
at
this guy's a
bar.
friend.
He's really
He's sending
fun.
me dick
He's really
pics.
cool. He's really cool. He's really nice. And then they'll be like, oh, he's really funny. He's really funny. Or he's really nice. And oh, he's really he's tall. He's thing. All of a sudden, oh, he sent me his cock.
But
It's
they, but
big.
But see, okay.
but they still think that
Like,
they're
I
a
know-
friend, though.
I
Is that
know
what you're saying?
guys-
That gets them out of the friend.
Like I know guys, and like years and years and years ago, when like cell phone cameras were new, like I guess I got an unsolicited, like girl sending me a picture,
Nudes, yeah.
what? But it was somebody that like I had been involved with, like
Yeah.
prior, maybe a year or whatever, and it's like, I think they knew I was single or something, and like I got something, and was like, oh, okay, interesting, but. Fuck, that was a long time ago.
No,
and like
like-
I don't know. I don't think girls are just actively to like their just friends in their
Yeah.
friends list or their contacts just doing that, right? So like, is it just a guy thing
Yeah.
to just unsolicited
No.
junk pics? to
No, I've
lie
gotten
to girls?
nudes. I've gotten nudes from girls I haven't previously encountered with before.
Are they friends? We've already
Or is it-
established you don't have girls
No,
that are
no, this
friends.
was this was
an
acquaintance.
online thing.
No,
How did you meet these?
these were just like chicks I knew, but they were acquaintances, not friends.
okay.
So they were
And-
looking to take it to the next level. with
Yeah,
you.
but like what I'm saying is, like, how you guys are saying, like, oh, guys will just throw out the
Yeah,
dick pic.
They'll throw out their veg pic.
Yeah,
or-
but it'll be like, hey, what are you doing? And then all of a sudden I'll get a pic of them
okay.
with like no clothes.
And
Oh, I'm just going to bed. that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay, and
But what do they want you to do? Like, what is the pic doing?
Turn me on, I guess.
Okay.
No,
I
okay,
guess
yeah,
that's
but
what
do
they're
they
trying to
want
do.
you to go meet them? Because I think that's what, like, the guys, like,
That's
I don't
their
know, like,
intent,
if a
yeah.
guy's like, oh, I'm just messing with you, that's weird, right? Like,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
they're
yeah.
doing that with a girl, that's probably classified as sexual assault.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that's breaking some sort of weird assault law,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like, I probably is.
There's got to be
It probably is. I don't know.
indecent exposure
I don't know.
electronically, but
how do you track? How do you track all of that though? You can't.
Fuck, I don't
you
know,
can't.
man.
You
need
can't.
like a fucking one of those things. We need to do one of those. You know what? We need to start one of those like fucking surveys
oh yeah.
on one of those websites and put that question up and
Yeah.
see if anybody responds to it.
I want to know of Dimes, of all those pics that you've received from those females, how many of those pics were successful in terms of like you actually hooked up or pursued it? Because I want to know, like, is there a ratio? Like, can nudes from a female be the next thing?
They could be. Yeah. For me, it didn't go anywhere though.
Really, I would have put my money for you on 100%.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you said like they're sending you nudes.
Yeah, that's
But
basically.
I wasn't interested in the chick though. But yeah, it was probably like a solid right in there, like opportunity. But
But yeah, he's saying though that. Well, yeah, but why were you talking to her then?
I don't remember.
Oh no! You know what it goes back to? It goes back to
Because
this was
you
a
said
while.
you're
This
not
was a
friends.
while ago. I
No,
don't-
you know what it goes back to? I think it's what happened was Dime saw this girl and was like, "Oh, she's she's a solid chick," and she could be something. Then all of a sudden, she sent the pic, and all of a sudden, his heart got shattered and realized that, nope, she is not a solid chick.
that you know what? That's a good.
She
Yeah.
is a loose woman.
You know what?
I
That's a
would
good
just be
point.
wondering,
No,
yeah,
you know
like,
what?
if
That's
I'm- if you're
that's a good
getting
point.
pic, like, and is
Yeah,
this
if
her
I'm getting
ploy?
a
like,
pic,
is this
yeah.
what they do to other dudes?
Yeah, all the time.
You know what I
probably, too.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's when I'd be like, "What's your dating history like?"
yeah,
you know,
it's like yeah, when someone does shit like that,
That's
to
red
me,
flag.
that's like you hit it and dip it, not wife material.
Well, maybe they're only doing that to have a good
that's-
time with
yeah.
you. Maybe that's
yeah,
their
no,
whole
that's,
motivation.
Yeah, that's fine.
right?
But like at the end of the day, man, like I
I'm
can't
pretty sure
stand
like
that.
these guys that are doing it to girls, I'd be shocked if they were like, "I would like you to be my girlfriend." Like, I don't think that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
they're looking for. I think they're looking for a like, "What are you doing now?"
yeah.
You know, like, if they're not getting shut down, or well, if they're looking for a return photo, maybe I don't know. That's a good question.
Really want to know? Yeah.
We got to do that survey just for our own fucking benefit, because it's just weird that that's where we're at as a society. That these are potentially the next leaders of the world. And, it's fucking scary to think that the best idea that they have is to send a picture of their cock to somebody who didn't ask for it.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are they going to do running the goddamn world?
But it's also the type of person I'm telling you.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, yeah, I guess it has to be. But is it just like that society? Like, we're raising
Yeah, most people are like
complete
that. But
idiots?
fuck, yeah, most people are like that. But fuck, man, I'll tell you, I don't send dick pics. Don't do that, and I won't do it.
But are you open?
But you would too, like
if
a
it's a girl,
girlfriend.
yeah, if it's a girl and she really wants it, instead
Or
of
a
me
girl you're
coming over,
dating.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I-
that's,
but
that's
I'm
different.
saying- but the
that's
whole
that's
spamming-
sexting, man.
yeah.
That's like different,
Yeah,
man.
that's-
Like, people get by on long-term or long-distance relationships doing that shit.
That's fine.
Or like fucking video now and all, like
I'm
that
talking
happens.
about I'm talking about what you're talking about though, spamming the dick pics to randoms. Yeah, like I don't do that shit.
Send it to everybody. Oops, the boss.
Spamming the dick pics to
I
random.
don't know. Yeah, not about that life.
No, yeah, that's the thing, man. Is
Yeah.
that like you gotta fucking not give a fuck about that other person, really.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's interesting, but I don't know if we'll ever have like a girl admit if it worked. I think guys would,
Yeah.
or girls would secretly,
Yeah.
like a anonymous survey.
Yeah. Well, you know
But
what?
I don't
I
think
think we're
they're gonna-
definitely we're gonna work on the survey thing because I think we can put that thing on Twitter and stuff like that. But we would really like to know of all the ladies that received dick pics. Does it work? Does it? And what kind of like?
I'm just gonna let the fellas know it's not gonna work on me. I mean,
Fair enough. So yeah, so in terms of friends, can you be girls with friends? Final answer. moves.
I'm gonna say, to save everybody the headaches,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say overall, no.
Okay.
But there's some contingencies and some loopholes that do allow it to happen.
Fair enough. Dimes?
And I agree exactly 100% with what Moves just said. 100%.
Okay. For me, it comes down to simple, am I attracted or not? If I'm attracted, I'm not your friend. I'm going to try and pursue you. Yes, I might slip into the friend zone or do some move, but
So you're gonna be a little malicious about it.
but if I have to. But that being said, but if I'm not attracted to you and you're a cool lady, you know, I'll see you. We'll take this friendship. We'll go on that friendship ride, right? So
A cool lady.
You're such a angel, Special K.
yes, I try.
Innocent.
So to all the cool ladies
Yeah,
that need a friend,
contact us. And on
contact Special K.
yes, on that note, you know, if you want to reach us, don't send us dick pics. But if you wanna reach us,
Somebody's gonna send a dick pic.
well, okay, you know what?
No, you know what? You should, because you probably got fucking problems in your head. And if you do send a dick pic, you probably got problems there too. And
Yeah.
maybe we could tell you need to go see a doctor and maybe get some medication because, you know, you're probably fucked up.
And we'll call you out definitely. But anyways, if you need to reach us, you can reach us at theotherguyspodcasts@gmail.com. You can listen to this podcast on SoundCloud.com, Google Play, iTunes, and follow us on Twitter at theotherguyspod. And you know what? That wraps up that pod of can we be friends with girls and guys and all that. Have a good night, guys.
Good times. Good times.
Good times.